crafty friends, the Paper Chef here. Today I'm going to show you a project that I've been working on for the last 2 days. It's for card swaps this month. And the theme of our card swaps are a Stampin' Up retiring set. So I decided to use my Llama one more time in the Birthday Fiesta suite and create these cards. So I'm just going to go through and show you how I made these, going through the supply list and some of the techniques I used. So first of all, I thought, what color to make the llama? Well, I had crumb cake, and I thought that would match. And I wanted to give each llama a little white outline. But I wanted to mask the inside and just color the inside. So what I did is I stamped the llama, and then I used my Brother Scan and Cut. Let's put that on the table here. To cut out an exact outline of the llama. And then what I did is I took a sponge and I sponged the llama. Okay, and as you can see, this is, I also masked the little seat cover. Okay, so what I was left with was exactly what I wanted, which was the crumb cake coloring the llama. Okay. Next thing I did was I had all the llamas colored, and I used the Thinlit from Fiesta Time to cut out the llama, and that's how I got that white outline around the llama. It's made like that. Okay. At the same time I cut my llamas, I cut some plain white, whisper white cacti. And then what I did is first I splotched them, okay, and I used a stamp from this month's paper pumpkin kit called Sarah. It's a Sarah thing, and I made some dots. And then I used my, come over here, ombre, Emerald Envy ombre, and I sponged the cacti. So now they're all blotchy and sponged. And so every single card has an element with that cactus on it, cacti. Okay. So then what I did is, to match the llama, I used crumb cake cardstock. So this is just an 8.5 by 11 piece cut in half, and then scored at 4 1/4. So you get 2 cards with one 8.5 by 11. So that tied in that color. And then I took my designer series paper. Okay, every single card has designer series paper called Festive Birthday. Let me focus that in so you can see the coordinating colors. So every card has one piece of designer series paper at least, and it also has a piece of Emerald Envy cardstock, which is another element, and I wanted to give some texture there. And I ran that through the Big Shot embossing folder. Okay? And that's called Festive. Now let's come over here to the magic, where the magic happens. I took a piece of designer series paper and I ran it through my Brother Scan and Cut. And this is what I came up with: a lot of Moroccos, sombreros, and as you can see, the piñata. Now the piñata didn't always cut fully because I didn't remember to put pencil marks. You have to put pencil marks covering the white lines. And if you don't, it doesn't see it as a solid image. But it did a pretty good job of cutting out a lot of guitars, sombreros, and piñatas. So that's what gave me the idea of putting, well, I already had the idea, but that's how I got my little sombreros. And then later on I came up with the idea of putting the guitar on there. Okay? And then some of the other colors I used were, so for the seat of each llama, I used Melon Mambo. Yes, it's an old stamp pad. Then I stamped Fiesta Like There's No Manana from the Birthday Fiesta stamp set. And I used Pumpkin Pie. Yes, another old stamp pad, but you use what you have, right? Now, then I wanted to give it a little bit of texture, so I sponged the outer part of each with crushed curry. Okay, now I am using something from the new catalog. Okay, that's coming out on June 1st, and that's the Pretty Label Punch. And then I sponged all the edges. Okay, so now, how did I make so many llamas in such a short time? I used this Misty stamping tool. Okay, so there's my llama. I put the piece of Whisper White cardstock in there. I inked it up with black, and then I stuck the cardstock in there, stamped it, moved the cardstock up, stamped it again. Okay? Now, for a bonus, I'm going to show you where I'm going with the next catalog. I'm going to keep this set, because I love it, even though it's retiring, called Birthday Fiesta. And I'm going to combine that with my Little Piggy, this Little Piggy stamp set. Aren't those little piggies adorable? So now they have the maracas, the sombrero, and the guitar. Okay, so here's what the Little Piggy stamp set looks like. I immediately, when I saw this little piggy holding the flower, I said, oh, this would be great if he could hold the maracas. Then I saw this little piggy and I tried the sombrero on him and it worked. So then what I did is I stamped these two images and then I chopped off the little flower and I was left with just two little piggies after running it through my brother's scan and cut. So these are some cards I'll be making as well, but not for the swap. And some extra materials I used on these were the corner rounder, Project Life corner rounder punch, and the triple banner punch. And this is, again, designer series paper and Emerald Envy cardstock. So I hope you enjoyed this video. For more details about how I created this project, check out my blog, thepaperchef.com. Thank you for watching.